So today from Google Sheets, we are going to see a very helpful tool. We are going to see how the artificial intelligence of Google works to help us with our sheets. If you remember, that's our famous sheets where you have assets and costs of January and February and expenses and income and a lot of calculations we had done. We had done styling, charts, and so on. But what else we can do? We can go here to this corner where we will find Explore. Explore is the artificial intelligence of Google Sheets. So what does Explore do? Explore simply reads your sheets, reads your tables, reads your data, and then gives you some recommendations about the useful analysis or the useful information you can get out of your data. One of the useful information, you need to ask about some data. You ask about this data, which is the range he had detected, that's the range which is containing the data from A1 to I15. So ask about the following questions. Sum of February for each asset. So you can get sum of February for each asset. You can get total of calculations when asset is P. So that's the calculations. You get the sum of these calculations when asset is P. This means in all these incidences of A or P here and here. Or median of calculations. This is interesting. No, if you said no, he can give you more others. Thank you for the feedback. Okay. So if you come to sum of February for each asset, if you click here, for example, and then that's sum of the February for each asset, for A, for P, for C, for D, for E. He understands what he is doing. He understands that you have several assets, so he consolidates the assets of February for A, P, C, and D. And then you get the grand total, and then you can insert directly a pivot table, or you can come to chart. He gives you the chart of February with each asset, the maximum one, the highest. You can see it's already arranged with the highest one, and then the next and next. Okay, and then it's a column chart, so you can change the type of the chart, pie chart, for example, and so on. And then you can insert it directly. Okay, you can insert it directly the chart from here, or you can insert the pivot table just from here. The pivot table works well when you have data which is repeated and so on. He gives you a summary of your tables. That's the function of the pivot table. Okay, so that's one. Okay, so if I don't need the sum, okay, I need to, other options. Okay, so I can close the answers and I can come back to Explore. It starts again. It gives you other recommendations. You can make histogram of calculations. You can make average of calculations for each asset. So average for these calculations for each of the assets, you can get it. So if we click on this, for example, you can see that it's already also a pivot table. That's the average of calculations for each asset. You can make it as a pivot table, A, B, C, D, and then you can make it as a chart also. Okay. So if I don't need this question also, I can close the question. Okay. And then I return back. Now he is recommending for you to format your cells in a colored way so you can read it better. Because you are having a table, he recommends this kind of formatting. Okay, you can make undo, okay, or simply you can make return for this functionality from here. So undo, we return to our original shape of the asset. That's the recommendations. That's the pivot table. And then you can get analysis. For example, you get the calculations during Jan, all the calculations you are making here versus Jan. Okay, versus Jan, the calculations of Jan. So that's like a scattered diagram between the two. Now you get some analysis for your table, like a Gantt chart. And he said that C has values lower than most of Jan. So you get a recommendation or a conclusion from him. And you get that that's at Jan and at the calculations. And you get the count recommendation also for the count of the count of your assets. If you, that's a pie chart that you can add. So it's A is 3 incidences, E is 3, D is 2, and C is, and so on. Okay, so that's what we are saying, that artificial intelligence or Explore from Google Sheets help you understand your data better and give you some recommendations and eye-opening questions and eye-opening recommendations how to analyze and extract useful information from your data. I hope this short video about the artificial intelligence from Google Sheets helps you while you are working with your data, that you can quickly, you have data, and what information or what conclusions can I get from this data? You go directly to Explore. You will find to Explore at the bottom corner, bottom right corner here, open, explore, and then gives you a recommendation. If you say you don't like it, if you close and open again, he will give you more recommendations and more. And let me meet in more videos about Google Sheets till we become the experts of Google Sheets. See you in coming videos.